What is happening, YouTube? It is your boy Rebel1705 back with another live Pokemon Showdown battle. Now I know I've been bringing you a lot of live Pokemon Showdown battles, but I haven't really had time to do any of the Let's Play stuff. I haven't really had time to render anything the way I want it to, or any sorts of things like that. So we're gonna go ahead and try to attempt a UU battle. I think we're gonna go ahead and see what teams we're working with, and I think we're gonna try to use this first team we have. I haven't used it in a while, and I'm not even sure if it's a really good team or not, but we're going to go ahead and test it out. So he's got Heracross, Yanmega, Milotic, Rhyperior, Crobat, and Rotom Heat Form. So looking at his team, he's either going to lead with Crobat or Yanmega, or possibly the Rotom. So I think I'm going to go with my Rotom lead because it would be a decent lead against Crobat, and it will be an awesome lead against Yanmega. So at this point, I'm just going to go with the Volt Switch. If he wants to bring in his Rotom Heat, that's fine. That's exactly what he does. Get the Volt Switch off on it, and then I'm going to go into, let's see, he's probably going to go with the Trick. So I think I'm going to go, I'm going to switch into Arcanine, because I do have the specs, and at this point, I think, let's see, I think I'm going to go with the Specs Dragon Pulse. He's probably going to Trick. If he does, that's fine. Choice Specs Dragon Pulse isn't going to quite take it out. And it looks like he's not Scarfed, and he's possibly a Specs set. That didn't really do as much as I was expecting if he was Specs, but who knows. So he's going to go into Crobat at this point, and I'm thinking I'm going to go into Swampert, because Swampert is a beastly physical wall, and that takes the Brave Bird like a champ. Exactly how I wanted it to, and at this point I think I'm going to go ahead and just set up the Stealth Rock so I can stay in here safely, and at least when Yanmega and well, when all the pokes come in, they'll have a little bit of minimum residual damage, excuse me. I don't know what I'm saying, minimum. So he brings in Milotic. At this point I don't really know. I guess I could go into Rose Raid. I could just see. It's either I'm debating what to do at this point. I think I'm gonna stay in and just go with the Earthquake. He actually Toxics, and that's not great for Swampert, but it's doable. You know, I'm gonna have a little bit of residual damage going and built up each turn, and he's gonna try to recover stall me. So I'm just gonna get another Earthquake off and switch straight out, go into Rotom Heat Form, because at that point, or at this point, actually, let's see. I'm gonna go into Rose Raid actually, because I'm pretty sure I can take a couple of Ice Beams. And okay, he actually goes for the Surf this turn. That was a good prediction. He was predicting the Rotom Heat to come in. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Giga Drain, see what he goes into. He goes into Crobat. I can't even talk, you guys. Goes into Crobat, get the Giga Drain off, and it does a little bit, not as much as I would like. At this point, I think I'm just gonna go in to Rotom Heat because I'm pretty sure I can take a Brave Bird. And he actually goes for the Taunt. I'm not sure what he expected right there. If he expected me to stay in or what. Okay, so at this point I think I'm just gonna go with the Discharge. He could possibly switch in Rhyperior, but he's actually gonna stay in and take the Discharge to the face. So down goes his Crobat. He's gonna bring in Rhyperior because that's the obvious switch in at this point, and I think I'm just gonna go into Swampert, because I see he's got one Pokemon that I'm kinda, well, I mean, he's got a Heracross. That's the only other thing besides this is that it can be slightly physical. So I'm gonna go with the Earthquake. He's actually gonna go with the Protect and get the Toxic Stall, well, kind of Toxic Stall. He set up his own layer of rocks, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the Earthquake off this turn. Does about 25%. He's gonna go with the Earthquake. It does a lot more. He's probably gonna go with another Protect this turn, so I'm going to switch in Rose Raid on the predicted Protect. And no, he actually goes for the Rock Blast, which was a good ass move on his part. He does get the Rose Raid kill, and that sucks for me. But what can you do? So at this point, I'm not debating on what to do. I could go into Heracross and go for the close combat, or I could go into Arcanine and go with the Hidden Power Grass. So I think I'm going to go into Arcanine. And if he predicts it, then whatever. If he doesn't, you know, then awesome. So I'm going to go into Arcanine, go with the Hidden Power Grass, and he actually doesn't, and that's going to be enough to KO the Rhyperior. So at this point, the score is 5-4 in my favor, and, you know, we're doing alright. He's going to go into Milotic. I'm not sure if he doesn't realize this is HB Grass, but I'm just going to stay in and go with the Specs Hidden Power Grass, because that just seems like for 49%, hopefully. And it doesn't quite take it out. He's going to go with the recover. And at this point, I'm just going to stay in and keep going with the hidden power, hoping to get the crit. And he goes with the surf this turn, and that's going to be enough to KO Arcanine. So at this point, I think I'm going to go with the Rotom Heat and see if I can't get a KO on this stupid Milotic. I think we're going to go with the Discharge. It's more base power, and it's going to do a decent chunk to anything he's got. It's going to probably KO this Rotom Heat from this range. And I'm not sure if what he's got else to take on this guy. He's going to switch back into Milotic. I guess he really doesn't have anything else to do. I'm going to go with the Discharge, and that's going to be enough to KO. He should have probably stayed in and chanced the Milotic living that, but you know, what can you do? He's gonna switch in his Heracross at this point, and I'm not comfortable staying in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fodder out Swampert at this point. He goes with the Mega Horn, misses, and at this point I think I'm just gonna, you know, like I said, fodder out Swampert, go back into Rotom Heat, go with the fire move. I think I packed either the Flamethrower or the Fire Blast. And that should be a good game because I don't think Yanmega will be able to outspeed even after a speed boost. So at this point, I'm going to go with the Overheat. It does hit, luckily, and hopefully this will be enough to KO this stupid Yanmega. So he's got 50%. I'm actually going to switch out not chancing the miss on this because I really don't want to miss that. I'm not sure if that was the greatest play or not. Let's see if he's got speed boost. Okay, I didn't see speed boost, so it looks like I'm going to be faster. And actually be able to take another Air Slash if I don't flinch, get the Psychic off, and get this Death Drop as well, which helps out a little. And at this point, it looks like that is going to be pretty much good game. He's going to go with another Air Slash, and I should be able to switch in Rotom Heat. And, you know, like I said, I didn't see any speed boost. So a Volt Switch, or let's just go with the Discharge. A Discharge should finish the game. So final score 2-0 in my favor versus KSE. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Next video, I promise, will be a Let's Play. I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.